Togenanki is insanely good, and the concept of being a demon with blood abilities is just so cool. And obviously this thumbnail is probably one of my best ones that I have ever made, so I had to make this video. This is the movie What If Deku Was an Oni? If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. Also join me and Toby's Discord server in the description. Now with that said, sit back and enjoy. Okay, so I've had this thumbnail for like 2 months now, and it's one of my best ones, I would personally say. And I kind of fucking want to use it at this point, so after like watching a little bit of old Zedder videos, and I mean like old Zedder videos, like 4 years ago almost, I literally just came up with this idea of like how I should be able to use this thumbnail in this video idea. So let's begin. Now, our story begins with Izuku learning that he has no quirk, and he's very sad about it. He's like almost like depressed levels of sad. His only dream to become a hero just got fucking crushed. And so Izuku is basically like non-social at this point. He doesn't talk except like a little bit in class when the teacher calls on him. And so when like Bakugo is going towards like Izuku to like every day, he's trying to like bully Izuku like he used to, but he just can't. He literally fucking can't, because Izuku just doesn't argue, doesn't do anything. There's no reaction from Izuku. He's literally emotionless. And so the years pass with Bakugo trying continuously to bully Izuku, but with no results. Like Bakugo just gives up. And because of him not having a quirk and being so down all the time, he never gets any friends as well. And so now let's just skip to 10-year-old Izuku with his dad coming home and seeing Izuku at the exact same state as usual, just completely like depressed, not talking, just watching TV or something, or being locked up in his room. And so like what Hasashi, I'm pretty sure, decides to do is to actually try and help Izuku. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, let's just say that the Midoriya family, or I guess Hasashi's side of the Midoriya family, is part of the Momotaro agency. And so what he was thinking of doing is basically they found a way, they think at least, to like harvest the immortality factor of the Onis. And so like he's thinking, if Izuku really is so fucking like depressed, like he just can't fucking live without a quirk, then I might just fucking try and give him something. And so he just takes Izuku like one day, like a week later, about to a Momotaro agency's branch, I guess, or like the branch that is in their city. And so he like explains the situation, and they gladly decide to take him because they need like test subjects to actually test the formula on the like medicine, or like the upgrade basically. I don't fucking know what to call it. And so after Izuku just realizes that he might get like a quirk or something similar to a quirk, he's so happy, okay? You don't realize how happy he is. It's like all the emotion that he's been hiding or like suppressing or like not having, it just fucking exploded out of him in that exact moment. And so they strap him on a fucking chair. Like some doctors like come out of the room, like out of a like preparation room. They have all the thingies that they need, and so they take a syringe out, and that shit has the ONI like regeneration factor basically, or that, well, at least what they think the regeneration factor looks like. And so like bro is literally strapped down to the fucking chair like completely, like his mouth is like fucking with a cloth. He's literally cannot speak. He can barely breathe at this point. And Hasashi feels bad, but that's how they have to do it, because they kind of know that they're gonna have some like effects on them, so they have to fucking stop them before like they do something crazy or just don't fucking want to do it anymore. And so what happens is they just take that shit out and they just put it into Izuku. Just like press the syringe, that shit flows into Izuku, and slowly but surely a transformation happens. Izuku is transforming, but not in the way that they thought he would. He actually starts growing horns, and it's not like any quirk horns or anything, it's more like the Oni horns. He also starts like exuding blood out of his whole body, like his eye sockets like start dripping blood basically. His nose, his ears, any part of him that has an opening. Okay, no, that sounds wrong. Okay, just his eyes, ears, and mouth and the nose. They just start dripping blood, and so like the doctors, I guess, or the people that are doing the experiment, they're fucking confused because they thought this was only supposed to like do like the regeneration factor, they thought. Or that's at least what they were told by the research team or the people that made the elixir or something. And so, like, after a little while of like the blood dripping off of like Izuku, the blood starts like lifting him up, and he just like enters back into his body. Now, when it does, there is a dramatic pause, and after like 2 seconds, Izuku just explodes with blood. Now, he doesn't like explode, like he doesn't die, but what I mean by that is just like a lot of blood just jumps off of Izuku, and small things start like generating basically near him. What was that generating for? I said generating. I meant generating. I don't know why the fuck I said it so retardedly. Is that even a word? I don't even fucking know. I'm pretty sure it's not. But anyways, like the blood basically just takes the form of a sphere, like almost a perfect sphere, but it's more like egg-shaped than it's more of a sphere than egg-shaped, but it still has like a little bit of an egg shape to it, which it's not significant enough for me to mention it, but I did. So yeah, details. And now, like after the balls are like floating near Izuku, they start taking the shape of like small sharks. Now you might be thinking, if you do know how the power system somewhat works in Toggenanki, how the fuck does he have shark like blood eclipse release if he has no fear of like or like something dear to him or something? Because the main character, I forgot his name, has like a gun addiction, I guess. He's like very into guns, so he has like his blood eclipse release is gun based. The Frankenstein looking dude got traumatized and was like experimented on via like saws and shit, and so he has a saw blood eclipse release. The girl, I don't remember their names. I do have to rewatch it, and I'm pretty sure I like episode 16. So yeah, the girl has like her sister because like she died and shit, and like that's her blood eclipse release. So how the fuck does Izuku have a shark based or shark blood eclipse release? Because it doesn't make sense if you actually think about it. Because like what is he scared of? What does he like? He has nothing. Like his life is basically nothing, just going to school, going home, watching TV, sleeping, that's it, and being depressed. And so because there was nothing for him to get like a blood eclipse release or a blood technique, I don't fucking know what to call it at this point, I don't remember. He just got a random one, I guess. And that random one was basically just a shark based ability that he got. Okay, let's continue. I'm pretty sure the part that I was talking about before I started yapping was him, or like his blood orbs turning into like small sharks, yes? If so, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. So basically what I'm trying to say is that small sharkish orbs, basically, they still look like balls, but more in the shape of a shark, basically. But they look like baby sharks at this point. Like they're not full on like dangerous looking sharks, they're just baby like. And so the researchers, like his dad and shit, see that, and they immediately realize that he is fully transformed into an ONI. Or I guess like hybrid transformation, like it's fully transformed, but like he has been genetically changed to be 50% 25% Momotaro, 25% human, and 50% Oni, which means the Oni side of his is like dominating the other two, or like they're equal, but against the Momotaro like side of his, it's way stronger. And the moment the researchers or like the people who did the operation, like they register that Izuku is an Oni now instead of a Momotaro / human, they instantly try to attack him and kill him. because he's not in control of his powers obviously right now, and he just want to kill every Oni obviously, like in the anime. And the moment Hasashi realizes that they're gonna kill his son, he instantly starts using his powers, which is basically his fire quirk, quote unquote, of which it's not a quirk and it's a Momotaro ability that he has. That's basically silver fire instead of like normal fire. It literally can only come out of his mouth, but it's silver fire that burns hot, and like the heat can be controlled. Basically, it can go from like not hot to like not that hot to like actually very fucking hot. Like it can burn shit. And so Hisashi like starts using his ability to make a wall around Izuku so that the people cannot fucking touch him, because he's a very high ranking like officer. I don't remember how the fuck the rankings go, but he's very high ranking and very fucking powerful. And so he's able to stop the Momotaro people from killing his son. Okay, I've been saying his name wrong all the time, I thought like the whole time. It's Hisashi instead of Hasashi. I don't fucking know why I thought it was Hasashi. I was like between those two and I just chose the wrong one, I guess. But anyways, one of the people tells Hisashi, "How dare you betray us? Stop protecting that demon child and come and help us." And Hisashi says, "Fuck no." Like, he doesn't say fuck no, but he says, "No, I will never. He is my son, even if he is an Oni now. He still is my son, and I will protect him till the end." And because of that, like, Hisashi is labeled a traitor, and basically, because he's siding with an Oni, the Momotaro, like, are allowed to fucking easy kill him. Like, there won't be any, like, precautions or, like, any problems if they do kill him, and so they gang up on him. But like they're not, like, he's winning a little bit, but after a little while they are winning against him. And that's when like Izuku just wakes up from his slumber, okay, and he starts using his blood eclipse release unconsciously. He does not understand that he's using it. It's like it's using itself. And so the shark beings that he has created, the shark orb thingies, of which they're not orbs, as I told you, they're like more little sharks basically. And they start fucking attacking the Momotaro people. And like because of Izuku subconsciously using his power, and Hisashi like using his fire to like attack them, they're successfully able to escape. With Hisashi carrying Izuku to their home and telling Inko that they have to leave now. Now, she asks him, like, why do they have to leave? Why are they in a rush? And, like, Hisashi tells her, he can't really explain. That's the thing. He can't really explain to her that he's a Momotaro because she doesn't know it. Or like she kinda knows it, but kinda not. She doesn't know that he's fighting demons, and she obviously doesn't know that like Hisashi took Izuku to make him get a power or like a quirk. And so he just tells her, I can't explain right now. We just have to leave. Pack your things. We're leaving yesterday. And so she's in a rush, just packing her things. And so does Hisashi. He takes also like some stuff of Izuku's from his room, and they get on in their car. What the fuck? I'm talking too fast. I have to stop. They get in their car, and they start like going. Like they don't even know where they're gonna go, but they have to leave this town. They might have to even leave Japan. I mean, leaving the country might feel or like might seem too much, but like if they change to a different town, a different city or whatever, they're still gonna be able to be hunted down easily by the Momotaro agency just because they have so many branches across Japan. And so what Hisashi, I said Hasashi again, what the fuck? Why can I not say his name fucking correctly? And so what Hisashi does is he calls an old friend of his, or like a friend of his, like that he has worked with, like, before. And that's obviously, I mean, not obviously, but that's David Shield. And so he calls him and tells him the situation, and because he's just a chill guy and he doesn't fucking care about the Momotaro agency, he tells them, I'm just gonna get you a private jet, you fly straight to here. And so that's what they do. They go to like the island where David Shield is at, and because it's not his private island, like exactly, he's not Epstein, okay? He don't got a private island by himself. They are able to stay there, but they literally have to completely fucking try and hide that Izuku became an Oni from everyone, since if anyone knows about that, they're gonna snitch on them. And so when Izuku like wakes up, he's in the private jet, like going towards David Shield's like island that's like not his island because he's not Epstein. And I did that joke twice. Once with the serious voice ish, and once like yelling, I guess, I don't know. So yeah, he wakes up in the like private jet and he asks his dad what happened. And so his dad explains to him that he got a quirk per se, or like he got a power, and Izuku is happy, but like Hisashi explains that the power that you got is from straight demons. It's like originating from the original demon, of which I don't remember the name. I don't remember his name. So let me go check that shit out real quick. Let me find out what his name is. I'm too lazy to find out. Let's just say the Demon King or something, or like the original demon. Okay, because I genuinely don't want to search that shit up or go to the anime and maybe find it out, because I don't remember if like they told us anything about that. And when Izuku like learns about that, he's like a little bit put off, but he has a power, so he doesn't fucking care. He's hyped as shit. And from now on, Izuku will actually have energy. He will have purpose in life. His life is somewhat fulfilled now, since he actually can do what he wants to do. But like the moment that Hisashi like realizes that Izuku wants to still be a hero, he tells him you can't really do that, since the Momotaro agency is all over Japan, and they will literally want to kill you. They know who you are. They can find you, like they can find out about you very easily if they wanted to. And so Izuku like gets sadder again, but not as much as obviously he was before he had a quirk, because he was literally emotionless almost. But like he still has a power, so he's fucking happy. And for the following like year, they just are getting used to the new environment. Izuku is just getting used to himself, with a lot of times his blood like eclipse blood eclipse release power like subconsciously activating sometimes, and he doesn't know how or like why, and neither does like Hisashi, because he actually knows a lot about blood demon arts, or like blood eclipse releases. I'm fucking confusing them. Yeah, he knows a lot because he was top of his class basically, and that was like a very rare to maybe even not happening at all, because I don't remember how the fuck the powers work in Dogenanki. Okay, I just like opened my mic, opened my like Audacity, and just fucking started yapping. Okay, I don't even know where the fuck is this story is going. I kinda do. Okay, I kinda do. Anyways, his power has only been activated like by itself, aside from the first time that it did, like 5 times in a year, which is like 5 times too many, honestly. Okay, it's 5 times too many, and they want to find out why this is happening, because normally it just doesn't happen by itself, but it could. That's the thing, it could, but it just doesn't most of the time with most of the blood eclipse releases. And so after that year, Izuku is just tired of his power like randomly activating throughout that year, and he just decides to activate it by himself. Now what he does, just cuts his arm, or like his palm. He cuts his palm, blood drips out, blood eclipse release, and boom, like small shark things that are actually bigger this time instead, like from last year, like just appeared in front of him, and like he can actually hear their thoughts and actually look through their eyes and like sense everything that they can sense basically. But because of all that information and like the energy that it takes for him to activate his power, he cannot hold it for long, like maximum 2 minutes. And so he calls over his dad and he sees him using his blood eclipse release, and he kind of scolds him, but Izuku just tells him that I did it by myself this time. Or like he doesn't scold him, he's scared, I guess, because most of the time that he did it, all the time that the blood eclipse release got activated was by like subconsciously happening. But it wasn't this time. It was him actually wanting to. And after 2 minutes, obviously, they realized that it just deactivated by itself because he couldn't continue using it. Even though that thing would not have normally happened to anyone else. They would probably just continue using it until they died, I'm pretty sure. Because it's using your blood, so you should just insta-die when that happens. Or slowly die, but you know what I mean. Now, they're both confused on why just deactivated after 2 minutes. And the next day, he just tries using it again. And it just seems like he can sense more things about the orbs that the shark orb thingies. I just like calling them orbs, okay? Should I just change their names from they're sharks obviously, but I'm gonna say orbs. Okay, so that you know, because I just kind of don't like saying orbs, sharks right now, and later I'm probably gonna have to say shark. So over 3 months, Izuku has been daily using his blood eclipse release, with him also being very powerful and actually just training his body to withstand more and more power that he could use for being a hero, but that maybe could happen. Now after 3 months of actually using his power daily, he starts hearing voices while he's summoning his blood eclipse release, and they're very silent, very silent, but he can barely actually a little bit understand what they're saying. Now they're saying random shit, and that's when a month or two later he's able to actually understand what the orbs are saying, or the sharks. And they're saying that they're happy that he can understand them now. That's basically what they're trying to say. And after a little while, they say that you have to actually get stronger because you cannot use your actual power, or your full power. And so after the duration of the blood eclipse release finishes, or it's done, he calls his dad on the phone because he's out there doing something, and he tells him that his blood eclipse release just fucking talked to him, and he's a little bit shocked. Hisashi is a little bit shocked, but also not, because that's not that rare, but it kinda is. And so he asks him, Hisashi asks Izuku, what did it tell you? And it told me that I'm not using my blood eclipse release at its full power, and that I should get stronger. And so Hisashi just tells him, then just do that. Why did you call me? And Izuku just says, wait, didn't you want to know what the fuck was gonna happen to my blood eclipse release? And Hisashi tells him, I mean, yeah, I guess, but you didn't have to call me for that. I could have gone home first, and you could have told me then. And because of Hisashi's tone, Izuku just fucking hangs up the phone and just goes to bed and just sleeps. Now let's just skip to a week later, because I like skipping time skips, if you haven't realized. Let's skip to a week later, where Hisashi and Izuku are Izuku is using his power and Hisashi is there obviously, and Izuku can talk to the blood eclipse thingy, or the orbs. I'm just fucking say the orbs. Don't fucking yap too much. Okay, he talks to the orbs, and they tell him that they can actually become way stronger and way less annoying with this shitty voice that they have right now, because it's multiple voices that are high pitch as fuck. High pitch. They're high pitch as fuck, and they're annoying as fuck to listen to. And so they're just saying, we hate our voice, just get better, so that we can actually become better and shit. Damn, this is confusing as shit for even me. I'm making the video and it's confusing. What the fuck? I do sincerely apologize for me yapping and not being too clear if you don't understand what I'm saying. If you do understand what I'm saying, then huge W's to you, I guess. Of which I really hope hope it's most of y'all, if not everyone, okay? Like, cause if it's not, then this video is just bad. But anyways, like after the duration is over, Hisashi calls David Shield, and he tells him that his like son's ability is under control and that he can actually come here and actually just talk to him, because he was scared for his life. Like David was scared for his life because he didn't want to fucking get shot by Izuku's ability. And so after like 10-20 minutes, David like arrives, and like Izuku and David just start talking. They just start yapping, okay? And so does Hisashi, but like Hisashi is a little bit on the side. Now randomly David brings up his daughter Melissa, and like Izuku is a bit awkward because he's never talked to a girl or really anyone. But like talking to a girl for him is like, it's like doing the impossible, okay? Like it's just like doing a double jump in real life without like any gear or anything. I don't even think it like with gear, double jump is kind of fucking possible. But anyways, now even though Izuku and his family have been there for like half a year, Izuku's never met Melissa because David was scared for her and his safety because of Izuku being unstable and obviously being a demon. But now that he has like his powers under control, it seems like he can like allow Melissa to talk to Izuku at least. And so immediately after that, like David just calls Melissa and tells her to come right here, right now. And Izuku just fucking dying inside and almost outside at this point. He's like getting red as shit, almost like not breathing by himself. He has to manually breathe. Literally, he has to manually breathe because he's so fucking nervous. And so after like 10-20 minutes, she arrives and they like start talking, with Izuku being awkward as fuck. Now after a while of him talking to her, like he slowly but surely gets comfortable around her. Even though it's not much, he still is able to actually have a small conversation at least. And over time, over like 2 or like 3 years almost, they slowly become friends, with her like her and him actually just talking most of the day and him being outside training with her. And because she is also quirkless, he feels like kinda connected to her, since he was originally quirkless as well. But he now, I mean, he still is quirkless, he just has ONI powers. But like he's trying to encourage her to go for the hero course, even though she kinda doesn't wanna. And after a lot of begging, and like maybe Izuku could also go there, that's what he's thinking. She like caves, and she says, fine, if you go to like UA's hero course, I will go as well. And mind you, over time, Izuku has gotten way fucking better with his abilities, okay? He is now finally able to actually do a lot of fucking damage and like fucking have insane regeneration, higher than most of like the average, or like most of the ONI people, or like the ONI hybrids. Now, how does like Izuku's like technique, let me call, like, I don't know, like Izuku's power, Izuku's release, I'm gonna call it release, yeah, release. If I stick to it, then W. If I don't, then fuck me. How does his release work? Now, what I was thinking of like him being able to do is literally just have his like sharks, and literally him being able to like summon them and just be like shark teeth, where like they're insanely fucking sharp and insanely durable, at the point of like they can pierce and like stab anything and shit, and they can do like a lot of damage just because they're so durable. Also, like when he originally got his power, or like when it first activated, it was his like Blood Eclipse release, the shark basically, that was using Izuku's body to protect him basically, even though it couldn't do that much. Oh, also, let's just make Melissa like the same age as Izuku, just because I genuinely forgot she was older than him. So basically now they're like 13 years old, and Izuku is locking into training, and so does like Melissa, just because she has to keep her promise, obviously. No, because Melissa is just like smart as shit, and she's like very close to her dad and shit, she's able to like create a lot of support weapons that she can use. And she tried also making some for Izuku, but because of his nature, or like his ONI nature and like overall his ONI abilities, he like can't really use a weapon like that. or really anything that Melissa makes. And so he just decides to like train with her physically so that she can actually be like physically stronger. Now, because like I didn't mention this, they're having private tutors because Izuku is not going to school and so is Melissa, so they have to have like private tutors and shit, so that they can get the education. So yeah, because of that, Izuku is obviously not stupid, even though he's like a little bit stupider than he would be if he actually wasn't depressed though his whole life and he didn't have to leave for 3 years like from Japan. So basically, yeah, they're basically 13 by now, which means they have like 2 years almost to train for UA, or like train and study for UA, which means Izuku and Melissa are gonna get way stronger. With Melissa making more and more weapons and support items, and Izuku becoming stronger and stronger with his Blood Eclipse release. I know it's like getting a little bit repetitive, but basically Izuku just training a lot. Most of the things that he does is just train, like I guess talk to Melissa and like some other people on the island, and just study. That's all he can do. Now, after a year of training, of like straight training, okay, he's been like working his ass off. Izuku finally was able to do like max powered, I guess, or like almost perfected version of like his actual Blood Eclipse release. I'm forgetting the name. I'm remembering BER because it's like faster to write. Yeah, he's gotten like pretty fucking good at his Blood Eclipse release, actually like evolving it so that all the small motherfuckers can fuse into one big like shark thing. Now, the abilities that Izuku gains from that are kind of insane. He is able to generate like shark teeth from like any surface that is like around him, as long as the surface has been touched by his blood. And also he can form his blood basically into shark teeth that he can like manipulate, since it's basically his blood like getting the properties of like shark teeth. Now, I'm pretty sure most of these abilities I'm not gonna let like Izuku just spam or like use maybe at all, but he's gonna be able to use the blood to like blood to shark teeth transformation thingy. He's gonna use it, maybe not as weapons, but he's going to use it some way or another. And now, instead of me just yapping for another 2 minutes of him just training and Melissa making more shit, let's just skip straight to the UA entrance exam, or like the day of the UA entrance exam, or like a day before, I guess, of where like they're going towards the UA to take the entrance exam, since they're basically not in Japan, or they might be in Japan, just not in the same area, because like they're in a fucking island. That's not Epstein.
Forward.
Why the fuck am I continuously saying that shit, bro? What the fuck? So they arrive and they are like staying at the 5-star hotel because they have to wait like a day till the exam, because they arrived at like almost midnight, and they go and eat. They just having fun, they just chatting and shit. And Shield asks Izuku like how he thinks he's gonna do, and Izuku asks him, answers him like, I think I'm gonna do pretty well, because I've been training. Most of the time that I've had this power was spent training, and except of the time where I like I've been like studying and shit. And so like Shield just tells him that he should just lock in, because he has the potential to be a very great hero, only that he's a fucking demon now. But if no one knows that, then we're good. And so because of like the Momotaro agency knowing of Izuku, he had to legally change his name to like go to UA. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna call him Shiki Ichinose, because I don't want to think of a name, and I just like the main character's name. So yeah, we're gonna change his name for this series, I guess, or this time, to Shiki Ichinose. But anyways, next day arrives and they're both going towards UA, and they don't like find Uraraka because they're pretty early, of which Izuku was almost, I think, like a little bit late to the UA entrance exam, or that might just be me thinking of dumb shit. But like they're pretty early. They're like almost an hour early. Because Shield wants to talk to Nezu, okay? Like he has to talk to Nezu, and so like Melissa and Izuku just are going and like looking around through like UA. Now because David knows that like Nezu is pretty neutral. He's neither on the Oni side or the Momotaro side, so he's pretty neutral. He tells Nezu what the situation is, and like obviously Hisashi is not there. I forgot his name again. Hisashi is not there, and Shield just explains the situation to Nezu, and Nezu is like okay with it, because basically he's kind of the same as Izuku, just not a demon. And because a lot, and I mean a lot, of the heroes that are in the top 100, maybe even top 1000, like most of them are with, or like they're sponsored by, or like just like part of the Momotaro agency. They just have to never know that Izuku is an Oni. And obviously All Might is probably not a part of the Momotaro agency, just because I think like he's a good person, okay? I think he would probably let All for One live if he changed his ways. Like, even though he did all that bad shit, I feel like he could. There is a small chance he would like let him be. And because of that, and like because of Nezu knowing All Might for so long, he knows that All Might is gonna be fine with Izuku being a Noni or a demon. And because of that, I said and because of that twice in one sentence. Okay. Now because of that, I changed one word. Fuck it. Because of that, Nezu tells All Might about Izuku's situation before the exam begins, and that no one has to fucking know about this, okay? And so All Might is kind of appointed as like Izuku's bodyguard, I guess you could say, because Izuku might need someone that could like help him avoid the Momotaro agency if something happens, of which they hope that nothing happens, because if something does happen, then they're cooked. And by something happens, I mean like they find out, or like they find out like about Izuku and shit. Now let's begin with the entrance exam. Izuku and Melissa both go into the writing portion because they're not gonna go through a recommendation, because like Izuku just kind of doesn't wanna, and so does like Melissa. They just like, it just feels too much of a cop out, okay? Now they go into the exam, they start writing, and Izuku realizes he might just barely fucking pass it. Even though like Melissa fucking tried to like teach him, because she's way smarter than Izuku. Now, obviously Izuku passes, but like almost barely, and Melissa like gets almost a perfect score, maybe even a perfect score. Now after that, they go into a room where President Mike is gonna be explaining what's gonna happen with the practical portion of the exam. And that there are like 3 types of robots that give 3 different types, or like the 3 different point amounts. The 1-pointer, the 2-pointer, and the 3-pointer. Each of them like being stronger than the other. And then Ida stands up and then like fucking shouts and shit about the 0-pointer and that they made a mistake. And President Mike explains that it's not a mistake. You just like probably shouldn't go for it because it's 0 points and it's the most difficult one of them all. I mean, it's literally multiple times like bigger than every single one of them. So like, why the fuck would they even try to? It's like what they're trying to, like what President Mike is thinking. Oh, and also I did like ask Toby to make me some like fire renders for this video, because like, I don't know, it just needs some. Like, it literally is one of those videos that actually needs Izuku to be customly made to look like he has a power or something. Because the thumbnail is insane, it's insanely fire, but like, you have to see how the fuck this motherfucker looks with his BER, okay? And I don't even know how the fuck he looks by now, because this was such a last minute request. Like, I just fucking started the recording while bro was fucking sleeping, since we're not in the same time zone and shit. Okay, it's like 3-4 days later, and I kinda have like a rough idea of how like Izuku's just gonna look. So yeah, just it's so fucking fire. I'm just gonna let it be on the screen for like 2 minutes. Obviously, I've not seen the whole version since I'm recording it before Toby finishes it. But like from what I've seen, or the sketch, I guess, or like just the outline of it, no colors, no nothing. Pretty fucking fire. Okay, let's begin with the practical portion of the entrance exam. Now, Izuku and Melissa are gonna be split, so they're not gonna be in the same area because I don't want them to be in the same area. Now, what's gonna happen though is Izuku just waiting. Obviously, he's trying to go to the front. He's stopped by Ida because like he thought that Izuku was going towards Uraraka, even though like Izuku just doesn't fucking care about Uraraka. And obviously right now he would still be like a little bit like shy talking to girls, or really like, yeah, talking to girls mostly. But because of Melissa and him knowing her for like years now, he's kind of like grown a little bit out of it. He still is like a little bit awkward, but way less than he would have been. And so Izuku just tells like Ida that he's just trying to walk to the front, and it's gonna be faster for him to finish or like get more points. And so like Ida just lets him be, and that's when President Mike yells like there are no countdowns in a real battle, go go go. And so everyone starts like running, with Izuku included. Obviously he's not that fast. He's like way faster than most people, but I'm pretty sure he would just be like slower than Ida, I'm pretty sure. Even though he does have like a lot of training and like his BR helping him physically, because he's like a shark based demon motherfucker. Oh, also his BR allows him to like not walk over water, but like be faster like swimming wise. He's like shark levels of swimming. And he can breathe underwater and actually see underwater, and actually not even be fazed by the pressure of water like at all. Or like the same as like the strongest shark, I guess. I don't know. Or like no, since like the deeper you go, the less bones they fucking have. Or because like the fish that are like very low and like closer to the middle of the earth, they basically don't have bones because they can't have them, since the pressure down there would be just too fucking much. So I guess the deepest a shark can go, still has bones, I guess, or something. But that is completely irrelevant, so let's just continue the story. Now Izuku starts running, obviously, activating his BER, and like his demon horns appearing on top of his head, and also his buddy, his BER, I don't want to give it a name, the shark, appears right behind him. Now he starts like shooting his blood to like make or like stab, I guess. Yeah, he just shoots out his blood to stop like robots destroying them, and also makes like the teeth thingy that I'm pretty sure I said earlier, where he just does the same thing of like shooting his blood, and then like his blood just makes a mouth of like a shark made of fully like blood based, or like blood made bones. They look like bones, but they're obviously blood made because that's his power. And because of those like teeth that exist basically, or they bite any robot and they just completely demolish it. Now obviously he's not able to like spam that always, since it uses like his blood and he can't infinitely regenerate blood and shit, since that is his main like source of energy, or like his main source of power. And so what he does a lot of times when there is like a 1-pointer or a 2-pointer, maybe a 2-pointer, like he mostly does it with 1-pointers, he might just make like a sword out of his blood to like turn into a bone based what the fuck is it called, a bone based sword. Yeah, I forgot the fucking name. Bone based sword, to like go and just demolish the robots, like cutting them in half and shit, or like stopping them. And if he doesn't do that, he just goes with gauntlets and just like starts punching them, since he has like enhanced strength and speed from being a shark based demon, or like ONI, and also training the whole time. And so Izuku like gets a very solid score, even higher than Bakugo, which means he does get like number 1 in score points, or like in hero points, or villain points, or whatever, or robot points. I don't fucking know what we call them at this point. They have 17,000 different names. Now like 2 minutes before the exam ends, in a like President Mike explains that like the exam has ended, the 0-pointer is unleashed to the world, or to their areas and shit. And so Izuku like starts hearing the 0-pointer, or like he literally feels the 0-pointer coming towards his direction. Now what he does is he looks back, and he is a bit shocked because he didn't think he would encounter it, but he did, and he decides to actually go for it because he wants to test his strength a little bit, because he's like way more confident than in the original, but not by that much, I guess. He still is like a little bit of a crybaby, a little bit, smidge bit, okay, like ant based bit, or like ant levels of bit, okay, like ant size bit. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. He's like a little bit of a crybaby, but he's like very much on the cheeky side, okay? He's very confident and outgoing by this point of the story. And most of that has come from him just being able to talk to the people in the island, or like on the island, and like Melissa, obviously. And when Izuku like sees that Uraraka is like right about to be fucking crushed by the zero pointer, he just decides to just go all out because he wants to save her. And like a little bit of showing off, like he just does wants to show a little bit off, because he's been going like pretty normal for most of the, or like all of the fucking exam. He's not gone like all out at all, since there was no reason for him to go all out. Most of the robots could just be destroyed by him like using his base abilities. And so he does not like usual just jump towards the zero pointer, but instead what he does is literally just run towards Uraraka. He's like right in front of her. Like the zero pointer was a little bit more late than in the original in this timeline, because I just want you to like listen to me, okay? He is in front of, like, or like behind Uraraka, because Uraraka was facing the direction of Izuku. He's behind Uraraka. He summons his shark, and I'm not gonna fucking give it a name, even though it would be like very useful to give him a name and less confusing. He summons his shark and tells it to just go all out. He literally just decides to just go all out, just using a lot of like Shiki's blood, a lot of Izuku's blood, to just like become way stronger, way bigger. And it's not gonna be like zero pointer levels of big, but it's gonna be way bigger than Shiki, than Izuku could ever be. Okay, it's like what, fucking 3 meters or something in height, and like 1 meter ish in width, or width, I don't fucking know. But yeah, like his shark now is like 1.5 to like 2 times bigger than him, of which it usually is smaller than him, which is like a huge increase in size. And obviously that does make Izuku way weaker, because he's using his blood to boost his shark, which gives him a giant power boost, but also makes himself weaker, because like he's giving his power towards the shark instead of like him using it. And so what the shark does is it literally just like uses its blood based abilities, making like a lot of fucking bone based thingies, just like making bites, or like jaws, I guess, of like bone based abilities, just fucking biting every single part of the zero pointer. Like the motherfucker has like 1,000 fucking bites by the end of like him almost like crushing Uraraka. Like it continued because it doesn't feel pain obviously, but a lot of it was completely destroyed, like its upper body mostly, and like it could still like move because its central system was not destroyed yet. Which means like it was about to fucking like crush Uraraka, but like that's when like the shark just literally just went down like to its foot and just started lifting it, lifting it so much with so much force that Izuku felt the fucking like impact of that like lifting thingy that he did, or like the impact of lifting the zero pointer. Like he could physically feel it because they are somewhat connected. And then like bro got so lifted, or like bro, he got lifted so fucking much that he literally fell like backwards. And then like Izuku just like takes a big breath, or like a deep breath, and then says, fuck yeah, I did it. And like after he says that, he literally just like gets completely knocked out, because he had to use so much fucking force for him to destroy the zero pointer, because like he's never like actually given that much blood to his shark, which means he didn't know that it would fucking go like so overpowered, or like so strong, but also would make himself so fucking weak and like make him get knocked out. Now when Izuku wakes up, he's like no, I was gonna say he's surrounded, but from who would he be fucking surrounded from? it's literally just Melissa on his bedside, just waiting for him to wake up, because she knows he's fine. Like, Recovery Girl said he's fine, and like he had basically no injuries except like energy exhaustion. And so when he wakes up, like, Recovery Girl tells him to just like rest and just go home and rest basically. And so he does that, or like he goes to the house where they're staying, and he literally falls asleep instantly the moment he hits the bed. Now literally the next day, they hear a knock at the door, okay, and like one of their caretakers, I guess, like opens the door, and they fucking scream. And so because of that, like Melissa and Izuku just start running towards the door, because they're like house that they're living in is like a fucking mansion, okay? It's like Momo Yaoyaro's levels of mansion, okay? And it like takes them like half a minute to fucking go from their rooms, like max speed, okay, obviously, like max speed. It takes them half a minute because there's a lot of fucking hallways and shit. So much things that like if you break them, it costs like millions upon millions, okay? And so they have to literally be careful and like actually go fast as fuck, because the house is fucking insanely giant, okay? And when they arrive, they see the caretaker, one of their caretakers, literally knocked out, okay? Like, All Might just walks in, and yes, it's All Might. All Might, like, it's All Might. Like, it's his fucking, or like, his bodyguard from now on. All Might walks in, he just picks the motherfucker up, and he just lays him on the couch that's like a fucking 200 meters away or something, because the fucking house is giant, by the way. So yeah, the caretaker, or like the maid, or like the fucking butler or something, I don't fucking care. Irrelevant information, let's move on. They lay him, or like All Might lays him down on the couch, and All Might just talks to Izuku, and Izuku didn't fucking know shit about that. And All Might just explains that Shield, like David Shield, told them to like be his bodyguard from now on, since he is an Oni and they don't want him to be alone for long amounts of time. And so Izuku like comes to terms with his new life situation, I guess, of him like having to live in this giant ass house that's even kind of bigger than the one that he was in, like with Melissa and Shield and shit. And also like having to go to school now, and also having fucking All Might as your bodyguard. And All Might is also there to deliver some awesome news for the both of them. And that news is basically that they have been accepted to UA, since they are basically one of the best students in UA, and they just didn't even have to fucking check the footage. Only the live feed was needed, of which they realized that Izuku is just so OP, and they got like a recommendation, I guess, or something from Shield and Nezu. So yeah, like Izuku was going to be in UA, whatever, like even if he didn't pass, like written portion of or the robot portion. And Melissa, she did fucking insane for her having no quark, so they both get accepted like the next day basically. And they're basically both fucking hyped for going to UA. And so like the moment like All Might leaves the house, they start fucking having a party, okay? They literally almost destroy the house, like that's how happy they are. And like the fucking their caretakers have to fucking clean up everything, which takes them like multiple hours. Now let's just skip to the first day of UA, where they're literally just going to school, chilling, like talking about shit, and they arrive in class. Obviously, they arrive before Aizawa, and so they go in, and they see like Bakugo and Ida like bickering and shit. Now, obviously, Bakugo and Izuku know each other, but because of like Izuku transforming, basically, he changed art styles, you could say. He looks like Izuku, but like Toby drew him, okay? Because he's not gonna. I don't know how the fuck I should make it so that Bakugo doesn't really suspect that it's Izuku. He's going to know instantly that it's Izuku, and he knows that Izuku does not have a quirk, so. Like, what the fuck do I do with that? Let's just say he doesn't like realize that it's Izuku because he disappeared for so many years, okay? He suspects it's Izuku, but he's not sure, so he's not gonna confront him. And because his name has also changed to be like Shiki Ichinose, he does not like think of Izuku, basically. Sorry, I hate my fucking mic. Now let's just like Aizawa comes in. He tells him to shut the fuck up and like put on their gym clothes and meet him outside. And Uraraka like says the thing like, "What about orientation?" And Aizawa tells him, "We're not here to like glaze your asses, okay? You're here to learn and become heroes, not waste time on fucking orientation." And so they go into the locker rooms and they start changing. And Kaminari and Kirishima look at Izuku and they tell him, "Bro, you're fucking built," because he's literally more built than both of them because of his Oni blood and him just locking the fuck in. Now Izuku takes the compliment and like right now he's pretty much a very confident Izuku, just like because I have to make him, okay? I just have to make him confident. He can't be depressed for so long, okay? He has to be confident. Now, like, let's just say he just got confident over time, slowly but surely, to the point where he's like basically as confident as Shiki from like Togenanki. Now let's just now what happens with Mineta peeping through the hole? Will Izuku do something about it? Probably. Like, probably not. Like, maybe. Yeah, sure. Let's just do it. So, Izuku just looks back at Mineta. Like, he's going to, like, peep through the hole, like, being a perfect motherfucker like he always is. And he tells him, "Oh, no, you won't." And literally just activates his, blood, BER. His BER, yeah. And literally just shoots a bit of his blood to the hole, literally punching it up. And literally turns into straight bone, okay? Like, he's able to make constructs out of bone, as I told you, okay? And so he would have been able to just patch up the hole. It's not gonna be permanent, obviously, but he can keep it up for, like, days on end, okay? Because it's, like, a little bit of, like, transformation. It's not that big. If he was about to like do a sword, he could like hold it for hours, you could say. Or if he was about to like make a fucking clone of himself, for example, like a physical clone of himself, like a bone version that can't move, obviously, that would like last like an hour or like two. And so after Izuku like patches up the hole, basically, Mineta just looks back at him with a fucking blank face. Like, he's mad, he's sad. He wants to kill Izuku, but he can't really do anything, because if Izuku's fucking huge, and he's a little retard. Like, he can't really do anything. He could use his quirk, of which he tries to, but his balls, basically, his purple balls like stick to Izuku, but like unstick way easier than everyone else, like way fucking easier. Now Mineta is like a bit confused because like this shouldn't happen, but it's only because Izuku can just like use his blood to fucking separate the like his clothes or anything with his balls, with like Mineta's purple balls, okay? Like that's literally just making a different item for the balls to stick to, which means like Izuku doesn't have to stick to it. Now Mineta is literally fucking flabbergasted by how easily Izuku was able to like detach his balls from himself. And so like Izuku just tells him to shut the fuck up and don't ever do that again, or else he's gonna tell the teachers. And he's obviously gonna tell the teachers about the fucking hole, because he's a decent person, not unlike Mineta. Now they go outside and they meet Aizawa. And because Izuku got the most amount of points out of everyone, with Melissa being number 2, I'm pretty sure. I don't fucking remember anything about the video, and I'm not gonna fucking go go and watch 50 minutes of the fucking video to recap myself, okay? That's like, it's been a week since I last recorded this. Or like a little bit less than a week. Now, Izuku is the one to throw the ball, okay? He is thrown the ball by Aizawa, and Aizawa just tells him, throw the ball. And Izuku, without even fucking thinking, he literally just picks up the ball and just fucking throws it full power. And Aizawa tells him, like, you could have used your quirk, you know? And, like, Izuku just says, huh? What? And Aizawa repeats, no, you could have used your quirk. Like, I didn't tell you to not use your quirk. And like Izuku tells him, like, then can I just redo it? And Aizawa tells him, sure, but like, just don't cross like the circle. Just do that. Use your quirk. Do whatever. And so Izuku gets a second chance because he was a dumbass. And because of that, Izuku just literally activates his BER, making a fucking shark right behind them. Let me put the image again back on screen. I'll have to fucking remember the timestamps, because I forgot everything. I have to remember the fucking timestamps to put the image. Just so, please fucking do it in the editing. So yeah, he's gonna summon that thingy, and then he's gonna tell it to fucking like take the ball and just fly away. Cause like it has basically infinite range as long as Izuku has energy and blood and shit. No, it literally is going and going until Aizawa just tells him to just stop. Okay, he gets infinity, and like they're fucking shocked. What do you mean infinity? Like, is that even possible? And Aizawa just tells him like, if I don't give him infinity, we can't fucking know what he has. And like, if I don't like give him infinity and we wanted to know what he would have fucking infinity since he could fucking go infinitely. Okay, let me rephrase that real quick. So Izuku can like, he can just make his shark continuously like go with the ball, so the distance that he would get wouldn't really be able to be measured, because like he could just go infinitely. And so because they didn't have to fucking make him go infinitely, they just decided, or like Aizawa just decided to give him the infinity score. Kind of like Uraraka, because she doesn't actually get infinity, but because like the thing doesn't have fucking gravity, it doesn't move as fast, or like it doesn't move as fast, so there is no exact limit to how much is gonna move or something. I don't fucking know. But anyways, like everyone is fucking hyped, including everyone, like even Bakugo at this point, because Bakugo is not that bad of a person. He still is, because he fucking bullied the shit out of Izuku until like 10 years old or something, or 13. But he's calmed down a little bit since Izuku was never there, or like Izuku fucking left for 3 years. He didn't have anyone to fucking bully that much, and so he would have just lowered the, like his cockiness and god complex a little bit down. And so that's when Kaminari, Mina, and Kirishima just say that, whoa, this is gonna be fucking fun. And so Aizawa tells them, oh, you think this is gonna be fun, huh? Well, anyone, the person who gets last place gets expelled. And everyone's fucking crying and shitting their pants. And they just continue doing the exam, like locking the fuck in. And because Izuku still is like a little bit of Izuku, he still is a little bit scared, even though he knows he's literally the best since he got the most points, and like hero and robot points, I'm pretty sure. And so he knows that he's gonna do well, but like maybe everyone else is just better than him at this stuff, at least. Even though it's a small possibility. Now, they continue to do the exercises like the push-ups, the side-to-side steps, the dash, the 15-meter dash, the long jump, etc, the strength grip or something. And Izuku like literally demolishes it, okay? He gets number fucking 1 in every single one of them, except... Or like, no, he would have actually gotten like number 1 in every single one of them, since he could just make his blood like squishy, like Mineta's balls, okay? He could just make it squishy, because he's able to like transform it into bone, but he's also able to just keep it as blood and just like manipulate its density and shit, or like his bounciness. And so he's able to like copy Mineta after seeing him do that, and because he's just built like that, he's able to like get a way fucking better score than Mineta. And so because of that, oh well, so let me cover a little bit of Melissa, because she gets a decent score. She's not the strongest, but because she like trained a lot with Izuku, she's gonna get like a top 10 probably. She's not gonna be anywhere near the like bottom 10 basically. She's gonna be like top 9 maybe. Now, who gets expelled? Because I genuinely want to expel someone. Mineta could be useful a little bit maybe, but that's a maybe. So fuck Mineta, he's getting expelled. I don't fucking care. I hate him. I hope. Okay, let me stop there. I was gonna go a little bit too far. So yeah, that was the end of the Quark apprehension test. Now, from now on, like they're gonna have like a little bit of a break, you could say, of like actual training, and so they'll have like almost a week of just mostly studying or like doing normal school stuff, and like after a week, It's actually the most fun day that they had in like obviously a week plus. It's going to be the 2v2 battles or the battle trials or how the fuck you call them. And it's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't even know what is gonna happen, but it's gonna be pretty cool. Now let's start with the battle trials, or like the 2v2 battles with All Might coming into the room. He literally just walks in, fucking yelling, okay, because he's fucking loud. He literally says, "I am here, walking through the door like a normal person." I would have fucking done that like louder, but if I do, it's gonna peak, and I don't know how to fucking fix my mic right now, and I didn't even know that like 7 months ago, so I have not improved that much with like mic quality, okay. The only thing I fucking did is like move it closer to my mouth and remove the background like static noise thingy, but I don't even do that right now. So yeah, literally All Might comes in, he like presses a button on a comically fucking stupid controller, and it's literally just a fucking red button, like the generic red button that you see in fucking cartoons, basically. He presses that, and everyone's costumes like come out of the wall, basically. And what is Izuku's and Melissa's costumes gonna be? Melissa, I genuinely don't know. She would probably just have her own like inventions as a part, or like a big part of her costume. And Izuku, I feel like he should just look like in the art, or just like Shiki overall. Okay, so let's just begin with the fight of Izuku. Now, let's just make it Izuku, Melissa versus Bakugo and Todoroki, because that's just gonna be like the quote-unquote best fight. And that's only because like it's the two strongest other than Izuku, I guess, in one team, with Melissa being there as well. She's pretty good, like hand-to-hand combat, and also with all her inventions that she's able to use. And so yeah, let's just fucking begin. Now, what I think of like happening is basically Izuku, with Melissa's help, like they fucking find them, like see where they are located at, and then they basically just go in slowly but surely, and like Izuku knows that he's gonna be the one attacking, because that's basically how they fight, or like how they have been like they've been making strategies and shit. And Izuku is like the front. He's in the front lines basically, and like Melissa's gonna be just supporting Izuku from the back lines, kinda. Or like if something happens with Izuku like needing help, she's just gonna help him basically. Or like anything that Izuku cannot do, she will do for him basically. Damn, I said basically 3 times in like 12 seconds. Anyways, we continue with Izuku just walking up towards the door, or like the floor where the bomb is located at, because it's Izuku and Melissa being the heroes, and Izuku or like Bakugo and Todoroki being the villains, obviously. Like, what do you mean obviously? Just so I am? What the fuck? I don't know, I say obviously too fucking much. I should fucking try and stop saying it. And I'm pretty sure like Bakugo, because he doesn't understand, or like he doesn't realize that it's Izuku, and Todoroki just being chill, like that he doesn't fucking care about being there, kinda. They would just stay in the room just waiting for them, because like I don't know, they just know Izuku just built like that, because of the like test exams and the quirk apprehension test exams. Test exams? What the fuck did I just say? The test results. What the fuck? I said test twice with different words. What the fuck? The test results and quirk apprehension test results. And so they would have like decided to just play it safe basically by just staying in the room, just waiting and seeing like what they're going to do, because they're going to be able to, they think at least, just like fucking ambush Izuku the moment he like enters through the door. And also like Bakugo is thinking that if he captures like Izuku, or like he restrains him or something, I don't remember what the rules of the exam were, or like the test were, it's gonna be so easy, he thinks, that to like defeat Melissa afterwards. And so Izuku with Melissa like right behind them, they walk through the door with like Todoroki and Bakugo just fucking shooting their abilities towards Izuku, and Izuku just like instantly reacts, not instantly but like very quickly, like right before, like a little bit before all the fucking explosions and ice were about to be hit Izuku, he was able to fucking summon like a very quick and very thin and like weak kinda shield of like blood, like that he was barely able to fucking enhance, and so it fucking breaks with some of the fucking force from the explosions and ice still going towards him. Oh, and by the way, I don't know how the fuck I should like use Melissa's like fucking gadgets in this, so don't wait for a lot of fucking Melissa action, okay? But yeah, like after like Izuku has been hit by a small like a part of the fucking explosions, Melissa just like fucking makes or like she just activates a shield thingy that she had, like just like puts it right in front of Izuku, with Izuku like summoning his fucking shark in a medium like form basically, of which it's like way weaker, but it takes way less fucking energy to use, so that's a huge W. Now with Izuku having activated his ability and Melissa like protecting Izuku, he's just going to stay right behind that shield, being protected by it, and the shark is just doing all the fucking work. It's literally just fucking flying around through the air, just fucking biting them and shooting like blood or like blood bone needles towards them to like pierce them a little bit, not doing too much force, since it knows that they're not like really enemies, they're just like sparring kinda right now. And so with that, the like Bakugo and Izuku, or like Bakugo and Todoroki, were easy work for Izuku and Melissa, okay? So yeah, that was the end of like the battle trials or the 2v2 battles. And after that, like Izuku and just Melissa, they just go home and just have a fucking party again. Because they literally have the money to do it, so like why not do it? And because why not, every single one of their classmates and the teachers obviously were invited, but like the teachers didn't really want to go since it felt weird kinda. And that's another like fucking 3 to 4 hours of the fucking of their caretakers having to fucking clean up the house again because they fucking made a mess. And that's when they would have like a week of normal school up until like basically at the start of the week. Aizawa tells them that they're going to be like their parents or their guardians will have to sign a paper for them to go to the USJ, and so that the next week they'll be able to go to the USJ. Now obviously Izuku's dad or mom are not with them, so either the guardian or just Shield or like David, because David is sometimes there, sometimes not, because like he's like a protective father, you could say. He's paranoid always. And so like he drops in like once a week almost. Once a week or like once every 2 weeks, and like it might just be like Shield who like signs the papers, but if not, it's just like their caretakers, one of their caretakers who's like one of their legal guardians as well. And so next week they're in the bus like just talking and shit, and like they start like discussing who the strongest in the class is, and they say no doubt it's Izuku. Like Todoroki and Bakugo literally tried defeating him, but like they fucking lost to him, like in no diff. But then someone else like fucking says, yeah, but like he would have lost if it wasn't for Melissa. And obviously that is pretty accurate. Not really not accurate per se, but it's like more towards the truth. He would have had a way worse time without Melissa's shield and her gadgets and shit, since like he wouldn't be able to like find them that easily, and also he would have taken a lot more damage than he did like as he fought them like originally or like in this timeline. And so yeah, like Izuku is pretty much the strongest in the class, but like if it was actually Todoroki and Bakugo fighting full power against Izuku, they would have a pretty good chance of defeating him. And that's when they arrive in the USJ and they just go in, and the 13 just starts yapping, okay? Izuku is having none of that shit, and like he's just fucking almost like sleeping standing, okay? He's literally standing, just looking forwards, and almost fucking like falls asleep because of how boring like the fucking lecture is, okay? And that's when something very interesting and very exciting appears for Izuku. Mostly for Izuku, because like Aizawa just hates this shit. Basically, yeah, Kurogiri appears in the middle of the stadium, or like the USJ. And it's like Izuku instantly like wakes the fuck up. Okay, it's like he fucking got some drugs in him or something. He's like a little bit hyperactive, you could say. Like he has like a lot of energy to fucking waste on those motherfuckers. And so the moment Kurogir like teleports all the villains like to their respective areas, and also like teleports right in front of the students to teleport them away to the areas with all the villains, Izuku is fucking hyped and he just lets the fucking teleportation happen. Now he is teleported like at the original place where he was teleported in, like obviously the original or the canon, and that's the boat's place or like the water area. And he's also with there with Mineta and Tsuyu, and like Izuku is actually gonna spawn into, or like he's gonna be teleported right on top of the fucking boat, cause I don't know why. And that's when he sees like Tsuyu and Mineta just like fucking flying right next to him, going like literally just going towards him, towards the boat, because they were in the water right now, both of them. Now when Tsuyu and Mineta like land, Izuku just tells them where like it's most fucking likely an actual villain attack, so let's just like defeat them before they defeat us. And so Izuku just tells them to just stand back. He's gonna do most of the work, and if he needs help he'll tell them, because like Mineta could be useful, Tsuyu could be also useful because water obviously, but Mineta probably would be a little bit more useful with his wait, did I? Huh, I forgot I fucking expelled the motherfucker. Fuck. I guess like forget that. I guess I don't know. I'm not gonna re-record everything. Okay. Yeah. I guess it's just Tsuyu and like Izuku, because I forgot Mineta existed. I forgot I fucking expel him because I don't know. I always like forget that shit for some reason. He's not there. Obviously, Mineta is not there. It's just Tsuyu and Izuku, which will probably could have made it worse, but like Izuku just gonna do most of the work, so it's fine. And so Izuku just tells like Tsuyu to just stand back. He's gonna do most of the work, or like all of the work, just like delete them. And so what he does is he summons his fucking shark at like 30% its power. Okay, like he's not gonna go any overload or anything. He's not gonna go 100% because he doesn't really need to. He was only gonna go 30%, just enough for him to overpower every single one of them, but actually not use that much energy. And so he just tells it to like go underwater, since it is a shark and it's gonna be faster underwater, even though it's blood made. So it literally just goes underwater and just continuously like fucking like hits the fucking motherfuckers in the stomach. Okay, it's like it's a bowling ball versus bowling pins. Okay, it's literally just like that, but instead of like being like 9 or how many there are, it's just 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 always, which makes it like a little bit more fun. Just imagine like a shark just continuously like hitting motherfuckers in a row. That's basically what happens to them. And so now with the help of Izuku's shark and like Tsuyu's fucking tongue swinging abilities, they get to land, and basically they see that Aizawa is fighting the Nomu and Shigaraki. And like Izuku just tells Tsuyu to just go and tell Ira instantly to go and bring All Might, because All Might needs to be here. And not only for the students, but because he has a fucking contractual obligation to Izuku to just protect him. So she does that. Like he obviously didn't tell her about the protection thingy, but he told her to just go fucking rush towards Ida to tell him to go get All Might, obviously. And so Ida goes and fucking runs as fast as possible to go get All Might. And what I see happening is basically Izuku is just going, rushing towards the Nomu and Shigaraki, fucking like punching the shit out of Shigaraki. I should get a fucking pop filter on my mic. Damn, that's annoying. He starts like fucking punching Shigaraki, enhancing himself with like bone gauntlets, I guess, enhancing his strength and durability, which makes like Shigaraki fucking scream in pain. Now, as like Shigaraki is fucking being like demolished by Izuku, he screams at the Nomu, like Shigaraki screams at the Nomu to come and fucking help him kill that kid. And so the Nomu starts like running towards Izuku. He just lets like Shigaraki be, and he slowly like makes like a new shark, I guess, because like he can just take him back into his body, since it is he like the shark is part of his blood, or like it is his blood, so he can just take him back into his body, and then he just like slowly releases him from him behind so that they don't see it. And it's like a 20% shark. Like he actually makes two this time, two 10% sharks, which would be like 20% of his power, or like 20% power, I guess. I don't know exactly, but yeah, it's a 20% powered shark split in two, which means like two 10%. And so like Izuku just continuously tries to avoid the Nomu just to fucking try and defeat Shigaraki, but because of the Nomu being in the fucking way, he has to go all out. He uses the 20% sharks, or like the two 10% sharks, to just hold down Shigaraki, with Aizawa just like fucking using his quirk on Shigaraki for him to not be able to like erase the sharks or anything really. And that's when like Shigaraki just screams at the Nomu to just like, instead of going for Izuku, for him to go for Aizawa. Now when that happens, like the Nomu like rushing towards Aizawa, it's like rushingly it turns fucking quickly towards Aizawa and just fucking starts running at him, continuously fucking beating on him. Like he just takes his fucking head, fucking like pushes it towards the fucking ground, like just stomps on him, and Izuku is just like fucking flabbergasted, since like it was about to go fight him, but then it just fucking suddenly just turned around, just going towards Aizawa, just fucking, and like it was also quick. That's what I'm trying to say. It was also fucking quick. Like the bro just changed directions. Like that was too much rumbling. Honestly, I had to cut it there. But yeah, like the Nomu is fucking like continuously beating on Aizawa. Okay. And because Izuku was like about to get ready to fucking fight the Nomu, like something breaks inside of him, like some limiter just like gets demolished. He has been unleashed. Something inside of Izuku has finally awoken, and Izuku just like literally does the Megumi stance. Okay, he just about to summon Mahoraga and just says, "Blood Eclipse release, Megalodon!" Damn, my voice just fucking died from screaming this shit 4 times. Cause like for some reason I couldn't find the fucking correct way to set up my mic for it to not sound bad, and it still fucking does. I had to like fucking lower the volume so much for this shit. So now like what happens is literally Izuku just got the information instantly in his head, cause I don't know how else to do it other than that. Of which, what starts happening is literally all the water from the water section starts fucking flowing, and all the water that's actually water and not other people's blood or like anything inside of people, literally every kind of water source that is in the USJ, it starts flowing towards Izuku, and it slowly, like the closer it comes to Izuku, it starts turning red even more and more and more, and it slowly just forms into a shark that is almost 12 times stronger, or like 12 times bigger than his original full power size, which makes it like almost the fucking size, or like half of the size of the USJ, maybe a little bit more, which literally just scares the shit out of Shigaraki. He's so scared. I don't know why I was like I was spamming SH for some reason. He's so scared that literally there is a comedic moment in this, okay? He is so fucking scared that he literally shits his pants. You can hear it. And like Izuku just looks back at him and like tells him, "Did you really just shit your pants?" And Shigaraki just tells him, "Fuck you." And he literally just starts running towards Izuku with the Nomu right like in front of him, because like the Nomu has to literally just defeat the Izuku, because if Izuku is not there, then his shark cannot attack him either. But then his shark just like removes a bit of its blood from its body, and just literally just starts using it as water fucking pulses, literally cutting like the fucking Nomu in literal half. Water pulses? Like what the fuck? Like water blades, I guess would be a better word. Yeah, probably. And so Shigaraki, with like a shocked fucking face, like
he doesn't understand the situation at all. How fucking come did this kid just turn into a fucking god? How was he able to do that? They were never informed about him. Like he was barely barely notified. They were barely notified about him. Like there was almost no fucking record of this dude and this fucking quirk. They didn't even know he almost existed. Like they know he was there, but they didn't know he was so fucking powerful. Of which he wasn't originally, obviously, but because of them just fucking beating the fuck out of Aizawa and Izuku just not having it. He awakened his connection to Kishin. I found the name finally, thanks to Toby. I forgot the fucking name. I'm pretty sure it's Kishin. The original Oni that Toby. What the fuck? I said Toby now. That Izuku is a part of the family. Like he's a direct son, since he's one of the only Oni left in the world. He would obviously be one of the sons, since he is literally one of the only Oni in the world. Like I repeated myself twice. I don't know why. I mean, there's still Oni in the world, but like way fucking less, because of the Momotaro agency just becoming way like stronger and way more influential in the world of My Hero Academia, or like Togenaki X My Hero Academia. So like there would be still like Oni, but like Izuku is probably the first artificial Oni. Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, definitely. He's the first artificial Oni, since they didn't know what was gonna happen with the experiment anyways. You see how fucking quick it is to like just fucking ramble for 2 minutes? Damn, I hate this. Yeah, Shigaraki, shocked, looks at the dead body of the Nomu being like that it's literally cut in half, and he starts fucking running for it. Kurogiri is still there to like try and help Shigaraki. He's like right about to fucking activate the teleportation quack that he has. He is about to activate the warp gate, but Izuku just looks at him, and he literally just shoots a fucking water blade towards him, literally cutting the metal part of his neck in half. Not killing him obviously, but he's fucking unstable or instable, I don't know, one or the other. He's unstable and cannot control his body at all, because that was like, let's just say that was the part that was like keeping him intact per se. He's not dead, he's not like functionable though, so he's not able to use his quirk. So that's when All Might arrives, and he sees that Izuku literally just like he sees a fucking 200-meter shark almost. Okay, he's insanely big. The fucking shark is insanely fucking big, and like All Might just looks at him like he says, "Damn, y'all didn't fucking need me anyways. Like why would I even come?" But now that like All Might has seen Izuku's power, he understands why they kind of wanted the number one hero to be his bodyguard, but also not, since he seems to be even fucking stronger than All Might himself. Of which, in this form, yes, max power. Without this form, probably the same strength, maybe a little less. So yeah, now All Might just fucking jumps towards Izuku, tells him that that's enough, and that he should just deactivate his quirk. Of which he knows that it's a blood eclipse release, and probably everyone that was around him understood like what the fuck he said, because like I screamed that shit, so he would actually fucking scream it as well. So they would hear him say blood eclipse release, Megalodon, but I don't think they would realize that it's a fucking Oni thing, cause like they don't know about Onis. No one fucking taught them about them, and like everyone in the Togenanki-verse like that is not like Oni or Momotaro affiliated knows about them. Like they just don't, cause like why would they? And so yeah, like Izuku deactivates his BER, and it slowly starts like shrinking to like its original size, with all the water that Izuku just used, or like 80% of it, because like 20% of it got used obviously to attack the Nomu and Shigaraki and Kurogiri, and no, it was more like 15%. The other 5% just literally became a part of Izuku's blood, which just made him like quite a bit stronger. And that's when Izuku just literally passes out onto All Might's literally arms, and so he is carried by All Might to his residence, or like to Zuko's and Melissa's residence, obviously. With Melissa having done like a bit of help, or like she helped a whole lot with her part of the, or like where she was teleported, but like she didn't do like quite much in the grand scheme of things. But like they go to their home with recovery girl coming with them, obviously, because they're rich, okay, and like All Might is the fucking bodyguard of Izuku, so like shit's gotta be like a little bit fancy, if you catch my drift, or like he has to have privileges. By the way, what does by the way mean? Like, what the fuck did I say by the way right now? What the fuck? Yeah, he gets privileges because he's him, okay, because he's him, like he just get privileges. Now Izuku just wakes up, and it's been like 3 days, like it's been literally 3 days, and because of this the USJ situation, or like what happened at the USJ, they are going to be getting 2 weeks off, which means that Izuku will have enough time to rest and actually find out what like his ability, his new power is, and how he should be able to activate it, because he just literally got an adrenaline rush, you could say, and that allowed him to fucking use that power unconsciously, kind of like he just knew how to do it. But like now that he woke up, it seemed like he had almost forgotten it. Like obviously he can remember the feeling that he had, but not the exact thing that he has to do, or the way that he has to actually use his powers for it to activate once again. And so he'll literally just be trying out things for the 2 weeks that he has off, or like 10-11 days about, because he slept for three of the 3 days of the 2 weeks. And so he'll be recovering for like 3 days, which means he'll have like about a week to actually train and actually try and find out what's going to, like how he's gonna be able to activate that power once again, because it was insane. He literally loved that power. Like it was insane broken, bro, and insane. He loved that shit. He just loved that shit. Now obviously at the end of the 2 week break that they had, Izuku like gets a little bit of understanding of it, just because of his shark, and like still remembering how it felt to transform, and like it just informs him that he's literally a direct descendant of Kishin, and that he like all the direct like descendants, or like direct sons of Kishin have like an element to their ONI powers, and Izuku's element is water, which kind of makes sense now that like he's literally like his BER is a shark, and also that he was able to control all the water in the USJ to like transform his shark into a bigger version of itself. And the shark also informs him that like a little bit of the water that he used actually infused into the shark, or into Izuku's blood, making them like both like stronger, not a lot, but like still stronger. And you know what I just fucking realized? This is kind of a fucking stand. It's like a blood-based fucking stand, basically, the way I did it. Okay, but it doesn't really matter. It still is fucking goated. I really love this video. Somehow, like I just have to fucking start rambling instead of scripting sometimes, because scripting is fine, it's fun, but like there is a point where I just get stuck with what the fuck I should do there, so I just like shouldn't fucking script a lot of parts, like, or I don't script a lot of parts because I don't know where the fuck what I should go with it. So like this literally just straight up out of my head, straight up. I just came back from school like 2 weeks ago, or like a week ago, and just came up with this shit idea. This is so peak, bro. This straight up so peak. Rambling. Sorry. Where were we? Right after the USJ, 2 weeks later, they had a break, and now they're going back to school. Now let me see the fucking events again, because I forgot. The USJ, yeah, 2 week break. Okay. Now they're back in school, and Aizawa walks through the door like they're just sitting down and shit. Izuku's just chilling. I'm almost fucking sleeping, honestly, because like lately he's been training so much that he's not been getting enough sleep. And so like Aizawa just looks at him and tells him to like just stand up, like literally not stand up, but like just wake up, like don't fucking sleep in here. And so like Izuku tries like staying awake, but that's until like Aizawa tells them that next week actually we're going to be having the UA Sports Festival, and in the sports festival you will all be like competing against each other and showing off your skills. And because of that, and like Izuku just being a cocky motherfucker kinda, he wants to show the fuck off, okay, like he did with the USJ towards his classmates and teachers. So let's just directly skip to the UA Sports Festival, and I don't really care if it cuts off like at the beginning of me recording right now, because I just have a little bit of energy right now, and it's been like 2 minutes since the last thing I recorded. Okay, so we start the sports festival, okay, and Izuku walks to the front, obviously, because he's called to give a speech, and he's going to actually give a okay one. Like, he's a decent person. He's not gonna be like Bakugo and tell them he's going to win, but he's going to show the fuck off, okay, because he knows he's pretty much the strongest from what he can remember from the fight in the USJ, and just like overall every test score that they've had until now, like that is practical and not a written portion thingy, or like written exam. Theory he's not that good at, I guess you could say, but practical he's the goat at, okay, literally. So now what I was thinking is going to happen is just these do the race, the obstacle race, like the spin for the obstacle race, and then literally the race begins. Okay, let's just begin with the race. Now, what I think is going to happen is Melissa is going to do pretty fucking well, just because she got so much like creativity. Like, she got no bounds, no borders. Like, she has no limiters. The only limiter is just her imagination and skill, okay? As long as she can make something, she can actually adapt to any situation, even though it's not that fast of an adaptation, I guess. Still an adaptation though, so like that does count for something. And Izuku, he can just like kind of ride on his shark, as long as he makes him like big enough for him to ride on, because like why not. So like let's just begin with the race, okay? Melissa is like number 4, number 5 in the race, and Izuku is like number 2 right now. Like, they started the race, and Bakugo and Todoroki are like, and Izuku obviously are like racing, or like, yeah, racing I guess, are fighting for number 1 place, with Izuku being number 2, Todoroki being number 3, and Bakugo somehow being number 1. And that's when Izuku just decides to like just boost himself with blood. And so what he does is he just fucking shoots fucking Todoroki and Bakugo with like small, with not that much force though. Like, he just like shoots small blood bone blades towards them, so that they can slow down for him to go even faster. And then what he also does, he just increases from 20% of the shark, like 20% power shark, to a 25% power shark, so that he can get a bigger speed boost as well. So yeah, like now obviously Izuku is gonna be now in the number 1 place, getting the 1 million point headband, and he's gonna be followed by Bakugo. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bakugo should be number 2, since Izuku did shoot at him, making him like fall back a lot. Of which Todoroki did as well, so he should be behind Bakugo. So yeah, it's Izuku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and then I'm pretty sure it should just be Melissa. If not, then maybe maybe Momo or something, because like she could just do something with her creation quirk to like slow people down and shit. Okay, the cavalry battle, I fucking despise it. I just don't even know how the fuck I should cover it. So same teams, I guess, almost the same teams, because like Melissa is in there and she wasn't originally in the story, which means let's just say the same thing happens. Like, everyone who passes in the original passes, and since Mineta isn't here, basically instead of Mineta passing, it's gonna be Melissa, because she's added into the story. Now the next part, I'm pretty sure, is the 1v1s. And let's just continue with the first 1v1 of Izuku. It's Izuku versus Shinso, and Shinso will actually try to
brainwash Shizuku. Yeah, obviously, he'll try to like tell him that his power is like so good, and like that if Shinso had his power, he would have been way more grateful than Izuku is, because he sees how like cocky Izuku is with his power and just showing off, and he would like he just trying to make Izuku like she's just fucking rage baiting at this point, and Izuku like fucking like talks. He does talk to Shinso, which means he does fall under his brainwashing power, but there is a huge but. Um, what the fuck? Okay, no. There is a huge but. The huge but is that do you remember when Izuku first got his power? His BER fucking like has a consciousness by itself, which means it can actually like help Izuku break out of the control of Shinso just by like controlling Izuku's body, since it is able to do that. Not that like a perfect amount or like a perfect control of it, since it shouldn't be allowed to do that, but it still has control enough for it to actually like hit Izuku for the brainwash to go away. Now, yeah, obviously Shinso is like shocked by Izuku just not being in brainwashed anymore. He was about to fucking fall off the stage, by the way. Now Izuku just turns back, and she literally summons a 5% shark. It literally fucking rushes towards Shinso, and Shinso literally like is pushed back, like falling in outside of the arena. Okay, genuinely fucking forgot that Minera isn't in the third round. So I don't know. Let's just make Melissa fight Takoyami just for the funsies, okay? She is going to fight Takoyami, and she's going to win, I would say, just because like she has the power of science at her side, and like she can literally just fucking flashbang the motherfucker to the point where his dark shadow doesn't fucking do shit. Which would be like, damn, bro, like damn. Stands and Takoyami's dark shadow and Izuku's fucking BER are basically the fucking same. What the fuck? Okay, so now let's just continue with Izuku, because I don't know, like, I don't know who she's going to fight next. Let's just, like, she's gonna lose in, like, next round she loses. Let's just say that. Izuku is going to fight now Todoroki, the person who came after him. No, that was Bakugo, the person who came third in the race. Now, how I'm thinking the fight's gonna go is, since they both have like element based powers, and Izuku can control water somewhat, a little bit, like he's gotten a little bit of like a hang of the water power, but it's way fucking weaker than it was like in the USJ arc or like in the USJ incident, since back then, or like 2 weeks ago when that happened, or 3 weeks ago, he had like a fucking rush of energy and full on was like in the zone. So he was able to actually like lock the fuck in and actually pull out the full power of his abilities. And now after like 3 weeks, he has barely been able to control a little bit of water. So he wouldn't actually be able to use that. He would have to actually use his blood ability and manipulate it like it was water, since it is still like blood. He would just have to lower the density of it, I'm pretty sure. I'm fucking yapping at this point and it doesn't really matter, but yeah. So what I'm thinking of happening is Izuku just going to try and just use water-based like blood, or like liquidy blood, to just like make a bubble around Todoroki. Like just form a bubble around Todoroki. Because if Todoroki cannot like make his like fire and or ice like escape the bubble, Izuku is just not gonna get hurt and he's going to win. So that's what he starts doing. He starts actually releasing like quite a bit of blood out of his body, and actually transforming it into a 5% shark. Now that 5% shark is pretty strong, obviously, and it literally sneaks behind Todoroki to like the distance is like a half a meter, okay? And then the shark literally just disperses into the fucking bubble that I told you. Like, Todoroki is fucking shocked. Does that happen like within like 3 seconds of the fight starting, by the way? Like Izuku did not obviously. He activated the shark right as the fight began, and like 3 seconds later, the shark was right behind Todoroki and became the fucking bubble almost instantly. Which means Todoroki is not able to use his fucking powers anymore, since if he does, he'll just hurt himself. Now, what Izuku does with that is literally he just walks up to him, fucking starts laughing at his face, and just kicks the fucking sphere with the Todoroki inside of it. Since he is pretty fucking strong, insanely strong to be exact, he's able to kick the ball down the, or like outside of the arena with Todoroki fucking losing. Now let's just skip on to the fight, the finals actually. The fight between Izuku and Bakugo. Now, how I see the fight going is because Izuku already did the first tactic that he had thought of like trapping the person inside of a blood bubble and just like pushing him outside of the arena. Like that's not gonna work with Bakugo since he already seen it, and already like Izuku knows that like he can't actually do that since Bakugo like already knows that what's gonna happen. He tries it obviously, but it fucking fails, literally fails. And so what Izuku has to do now is literally just brute force it. He just walks up, fucking dashing towards his Bakugo with his shark like right beside him, fucking biting Bakugo, and him like fucking enhancing himself with blood bone armor I should say, and actually just punching the shit out of Bakugo. But then like Bakugo just literally fucking does an AP shot right on Izuku's face with his face fucking like literally melting away, or like his face got blown up. Okay, he would just like have his like intestines or like something, like his brain would be showing. Okay, his brain would be fucking showing, but then he would just be regenerating slowly but surely. And like Bakugo the fucking got shocked by like just literally seeing Izuku's fucking brain right in front of him. And because of like the regeneration that happened to like the Izuku's regeneration, someone from the Momotaro agency was like watching the fucking broadcast, because obviously a lot of fucking people watch the broadcast, so definitely some people from the Momotaro agency would watch it as well. Now what that means is that that's probably Izuku, and that's probably the person they've been hunting down for like 3 years. Almost, I'm pretty sure it's 3 years, or maybe a little more by now. So, yeah, like they've been alarmed about Izuku's location and situation, that they know that it's him, and they want to take him back for like them to see what went wrong and fucking kill him, obviously, because he's an Oni. He is an Oni, like half Oni, 25% of Momotaro, and 25% human. Now after like Izuku's face regenerates, Bakugo is just too shocked to fucking continue, and so he literally just falls down to the ground and just says nothing. And with that, like everyone is literally shocked in the arena because they saw literally Izuku's brain, literally. And so they have to call off the match, with Izuku being like called the winner or crowned the winner, even though it wasn't like a full fight. Now after that, like a week later, or let's say like 3 days later, 3 days later after the US Sports Festival has ended, so like it's a Friday, let's say, they are all in class with everyone like just talking to each other, Bakugo being a little bit more traumatized than everyone else, and Izuku just being like very fucking chill, obviously, with Melissa, because Melissa does know about his regeneration ability, and she was still like shocked by his fucking brain being outside of his body, basically, or like his brain showing. Is a better fucking phrase, or like word, or like however you want to fucking call it. So let's continue. Aizawa walks in with like a fucking stack of papers, and he tells them that like he's just gonna call them to the front, and they just have to come to the front and just get the papers. Now, after everyone has gotten their papers, he tells them that on those papers there are like names of heroes who would like to internship them and like actually teach them how to be heroes, kinda, for a single week. and they get ready to everyone is fucking hyped. Okay, everyone is fucking hyped. Apaku's still a little bit traumatized, but he's hyped as fuck. Maybe less than Izuku though. Like Izuku is probably the most hyped out of everyone. So they're all hyped. They choose their heroes, and who is Izuku gonna go with? I don't know. Let me think. Okay, I got it. It's like I chose this shit for 2 reasons. Okay, Izuku is going to go with Manual this time. He's gotta go with Manual. Like for 2 reasons. One is his reasoning, and the second one is my reasoning. Okay. The first reasoning, which is Izuku's reasoning, is that Manual has a water quirk, which probably could help him, like at least a little bit, find a way to control his water powers better. And the second reasoning, or the second reason for Izuku to go with Manual, is so that Ira doesn't die. Because I don't want Ira to die this time, okay? I don't think I've killed him many times, maybe once. I don't even know if I killed him once. That is irrelevant though, so let's just continue. He's going to be going with Manual, which means he will be on the same train or bus or whatever with Ira, and so these are like talking, because that's all they can do for real, and they kinda like get a little bit close, like they do kind of become friends. Ira did kind of hate Izuku quite a bit, because he was like a rowdy person, very cocky person, and he just didn't fucking like that, okay? But like after like learning Izuku, like talking to Izuku and learning about him, and Izuku doing the same thing, they kind of like get a little bit closer as a friends and shit, and so they're kind of chill by now. And because we don't know what happens with Ira and Manual, and we only know what happens with Gran Torino and Izuku, let's just straight skip to the Hosu City incident. Now they're all there because they've been called for because Nomus are attacking, okay? And how the fuck are Nomus attacking when Shigaraki and Kurogiri have been captured and the original Nomu is dead, I guess? How the fuck is there a raid arc? I'm thinking All For One does the raid arc this time, or like the Hosu City incident arc this time, because he's the only one who could really. So he literally uses his warp power to like summon all the Nomus in there and try and recruit Stain, because Stain is a hero killer and he kinda likes that. Now, Stain doesn't wanna. He just straight doesn't wanna. And so like All For One tries tempting him with power, like giving him a quirk, but like he just doesn't budge, okay? He straight doesn't budge. And so All For One like leaves him alone for now, but like tells him like he will regret this if he doesn't like join him. And like Stain says, well, yeah, whatever. So let's just skip now to the main fight of the Nomus, with like Izuku just like destroying Nomus left and right, with Ida like killing one maybe, with using his full power though, like straight full power, with Manual helping Ida as well. Now Ida tries and like sneaks off basically to go and find Stain, the hero killer. And so like Ida sneaks off with Izuku like actually fucking following him, because where the fuck are you going by yourself? So yeah, like Ida finds Stain obviously, and Izuku is like right behind them, with Ida not realizing that Izuku is following him. Now what Ida does is literally he confronts Stain. Izuku doesn't react at first, and that's when like Stain just straight fucking stabs Ida on his foot or like his arm or whatever, and that's when Izuku decides to just like help Ida finally. And so what he says to Stain, like, whoa, I didn't think you would like stab people like that. That's crazy. You're fucking weak. Because like he's just trying to like rage bait him at this point. Okay, he knows that Stain is quite strong, and he himself uses fucking blades at sometimes. So he can't really be judging Stain for using blades if he does the same thing, even though his power makes the blades. But like yeah, anyways. Izuku just tells Stain to just leave and I'll just let you go. Like, you just have to go and you won't get hurt and you will not go to jail. Just leave now and it's all gonna be fine. But that's when like Stain just like fucking is down with Izuku and literally just straight rushes towards him. Now when Stain rushes towards Izuku, Izuku just fucking summons his shark, okay? He summons his shark and tells it to just fucking start biting him. And he actually does this smart thing of like making the small annoying sharks. It's actually a 1% shark, but yeah. He makes like 51% sharks. They're literally covering his whole fucking body, like Stain's whole fucking body, straight biting him, like actually doing damage, but not fucking like killing levels of damage, okay? So Stain starts like screaming, "Let me go! Stop this, please! I'll stop! I'll leave!" And so like after like 2 minutes almost, like a minute and 20 seconds, I say, of like Izuku just letting his sharks start fucking biting on Stain. He has like huge fucking like bite marks, like going like a fucking centimeter plus inside of Stain. Like he's fucking in a critical condition. Now, Stain passed out like 20 seconds ago because of blood loss, and Izuku just literally picks up Ida with his fucking stabbed arm and picks up Native and Stain and brings them all to the hospital. Now, he goes back to Manuel and explains to him the situation, and so Manuel fucking rushes and he calls also the police for them to go in and like capture Stain, I guess. And so Stain is captured right now, like he's in prison, he'll not be getting out anytime soon. Ida is obviously scolded by both Manuel and the police, and they actually kind of help like thank Izuku for like actually capturing Stain and helping Ida, because like he's a hero and he should be doing that, but he's also a student and he shouldn't be doing that. But like he kinda has like special privileges because of Shield and Nezu basically. Now after Izuku and everyone like they go to their home, and like Izuku actually gets a call from his dad, and like his dad tells him that they found something very interesting about Izuku, and that like the blood sample that he sent them, like Izuku just gave them like a blood sample of himself for them to do a bit of like experimenting on it or like finding out more things about his powers. And they found out that normally Oni shouldn't just be able to straight up manipulate the blood like Izuku is able to. Like he shouldn't just be able to like manipulate it and just make it into anything. Since his BER is basically the shark, he shouldn't be able to like turn it into weapons or anything like that creative or like that freedom or like that has that much freedom to it. It's more like locked into like the one thing that you should be able to do usually. And they found out that because Izuku is a part of the the Momotaro bloodline, the part of the Momotaro bloodline that he never activated, because like Momotaro are able to like make like blades out of their things and shit, out of their aura, their gray aura. He kind of like literally fused with his blood eclipse release. And so like that literally gave him a second ability of just being able to manipulate blood and turn it into bones like freely. Almost like completely freely. Bro is America with the freedom that he has with his powers. But anyways, Izuku is pretty shocked that his powers shouldn't actually be able to do that, but he's also very thankful for his dad being a Momotaro, since he was the one who to give him literally all of the abilities that he has right now, and he's been able to save a lot of people using them, which makes him very very happy. And because Izuku like told that to his dad's like guilt kind of like goes away, because he had a little bit of guilt for like making Izuku an experiment, but like because Izuku seems to be very happy and actually very thankful for what his dad did, his like guilt of like doing what he did to his son kind of almost goes away. Okay, let's just skip now to the next day, or like 2 days later, where Aizawa is in the room with everyone in the class, and he tells them that they're going to be having the final exams for like this, or like they're going to be having final exams, and they all write the
they write the written portion, like the test, and Izuku gets a decent score since he's a friend of Melissa's. Melissa does help him a whole fucking lot with like school and shit, because he was like barely in the school academically wise. He was strength wise definitely in there, but academically wise, fuck no. He was barely in there. And so, with the help of Melissa, like, teaching him a whole lot, he's able to, like, get a number 7 in the class, bro, maybe. Maybe number 6. I'm gonna say number 6. With Melissa getting number 1 and Momo would say getting number 2. Just because Melissa, I feel like, is way smarter than Momo could be. Maybe not. I mean, for Momo to use her quirk, she has to know that fucking molecular structure of the fucking item or something, which should make her smart as shit. Obviously she is, but I don't know where to scale her to Melissa, or like where to scale Melissa with Momo. So let's just say that Melissa is like smarter than the Momo. Oh, probably, definitely. What the fuck? I mean, she can make whatever. Yeah, like Momo can make whatever, but like Melissa can create whatever, or like. No, let's flip. Momo can create whatever, and Melissa can make whatever, which kind of makes them equal, but kind of not, since Melissa has to actually think of everything perfectly. And fuck, I don't know. I don't want to fucking intelligence scale them. Okay, I don't fucking care. It doesn't fucking matter. I should stop doing this. Yeah. Let's go to the practical portion, which is going to be 2v1 battles, like 2 students versus 1 teacher. And those 2 students who are going to be fighting, or like that are going to be in Izuku's team, like Izuku and 1 person. It's not going to be Melissa. It is probably going to be either, probably Bakugo. Let's just say Bakugo, just because like Bakugo kind of doesn't like Izuku, and because of what Bakugo did to Izuku and like him being traumatized from that, it should just make a good like team, like in a negative way, I guess, or like in a way that they should just help each other get better and better. Now the fight starts, and it's Izuku and Bakugo versus All Might, and All Might doesn't have any weights on, okay? With Izuku there, he does not need the weights, because if he fucking gets them on, he's going to instantly lose, because Bakugo is still there, and Bakugo is fucking strong. Maybe like a little weaker than in the original, but he still is fucking strong. Now this fight begins, or like the race begins. It's kind of like a race/fight. Now the fight begins, obviously, with Izuku telling Bakugo that he should just be the main fighter, like Izuku should be the main fighter, and like if he needs help, like he'll just tell Bakugo, but Bakugo just tells him, let me fucking try at least, dumbass. Like he starts like insulting him, and that's when like literally All Might appears like right next to them, or like right behind them. They're literally both startled, and like Izuku literally like leaps backwards like 20 meters, because he can just do that. Now Bakugo does the same thing, but with his explosions, going almost the exact same distance as Izuku. Like he's literally just like almost right next to Izuku, which doesn't fucking matter, but like yeah, anyways. They look at each other and they just realize that they have to fucking like use both of their powers simultaneously. I don't even know if I said it correctly. Simultaneously, to like fight against All Might, because like he's just right there, right in front of them. They both have the opportunity to fight him right now, and so they just decide to do some teamwork shit. Actually, Bakugo distracting All Might, with Izuku actually doing the same thing while Bakugo is trying to attack him. Now what Bakugo does is literally he just fucking continuously explodes All Might until he has his attention, and then Izuku just straight up just uses his sharks to fucking bite All Might anywhere he can. And like when it's Izuku's turn to distract All Might, he does the same thing with his sharks, literally annoying him so much that like he just has to go for Izuku, and like that happens like twice maybe, but then like Izuku just tells like Bakugo it's time to finish this shit. And so what Izuku does is like he literally summons a 30 to 40% strength shark. Let's say 50, because 50 is gonna be pretty decent.
And then he literally just like armors up his hands and just literally rushes with his fucking shark and to literally just pierce, or like not pierce, but like bite and fucking hit All Might so hard that literally he literally transforms. Now the moment Aizawa sees that All Might is transforming, he literally just fucking unplugs the monitor. And he says, exam's over, Izuku and Bakugo win, that's it, go to, who's next, and like, the next person should go to their area, and to begin, obviously. Now, All Might deactivates, obviously, his power, and Izuku, like, says, well, damn, I didn't know you look like that. I mean, All Might says, I mean, like, you never seen me deactivated, that's why. And Bakugo is fucking, like, shocked. Because he never knew, obviously, that All Might wasn't, like, infinitely strong like he thought he was. And then the actual All Might, without his powers, looks like a twig, basically. And you'll see, like, Izuku and All Might just looking at Bakugo, with Bakugo literally being completely fucking white from the shock. He's literally passed out from the shock, okay? He's brought to Recovery Girl, she recovers, she kisses him, he recovers, and like after like an hour or two, he like wakes up and like All Might explains to him what like his, not his power, but like he explains to him with this injury and shit. And so he does the same with Izuku, because Izuku didn't know about that. But also, damn voice crack. But also, he also explains to Izuku privately about like One For All, and if he would actually want to have One For All. And I know it would be kind of fucking stupid to go like 2 hours in and actually give him One For All sometimes. But no, I'm not gonna give him One For All. Izuku just tells him, no, it's fine, I don't really need it anyways. Just like give it to Bakugo maybe, because Bakugo might just be a good user for it. Now, is like All Might like considers what Izuku said, but like he's not really sure, since Bakugo seems a little bit like too much, honestly. He seems like a little bit too much, and like he's wondering why the fuck would he like why would he not want One For All? Like it's literally the strongest power ever. Well, except his. But now, why did Izuku not agree to get One For All? That is literally just because he wants to become the best hero he can with everything that his dad has given to him. His ONI powers that he got from his dad, just like loving him so much that he just wanted Izuku to be happy for once. Even if it was a risk, Izuku didn't really care. He was in it, okay? He was in it. Like he was locked in. He wanted the power so much. He didn't fucking care how he was gonna get it. He got the power, and like he finds out that like his power fucking evolved because of his dad's own power, which just like he doesn't want to like ruin the experience or something. He wants to be solely with his dad's powers and what his dad has given him, so he would not get One For All, and he would rather just Bakugo get it or something. Now let's just go or like fast forward or like time skip to the moment where they are in the bus going towards the training arc, or like the forest training camp, I guess. They're in the bus, and like after 10 minutes of I don't know, like after like 20-30 minutes, they arrive to where they were supposed to go, I guess. And they get off the bus and they see that they're not there, like right now. They're not in their destination, or like at their destination. And like they ask Aizawa, like, why is that? And he tells them, well, you'll have to go by yourselves from now on. It's like literally just directly in front of you. You just have to walk like 4 hours or something. And they all scream, what? Sorry if it did still peak and annoy your ears. I did lower the volume just because of that. And I did the same with the first time he activated his fucking water powers, obviously. Because I screamed that shit. It like needed to be screamed. Now, everyone is literally flabbergasted at what like Aizawa said. Like they're shocked and they're scared. And so that's when Pixie Bob like comes like behind of the bus. Like she just like goes around the bus, and she just uses her power and just like literally like lets them, or like makes them fall off the cliff. Now when they do,
they all have to like do teamwork shit and like actually defeat all the golems that she's controlling to go to the camp. And in this timeline, I'm not gonna make Izuku like actually do something weird or like just teleport there or something. He's actually going to be helping his classmates pass, and in this timeline they're going to be passing in like 2 hours, let's say. Now I'm gonna like rush a little bit through this, and I don't really care if I get it correctly. They do the bath, the hot spring thingy. Mineta isn't there, so Koda doesn't fall, and Izuku does not learn about Koda's past. They go and eat. Izuku still does decide to go and give food to Koda, so he does follow him, and Muscular appears. Okay, Muscular appears, and Izuku is like, he just doesn't want to do this right now, because it's supposed to be like a training camp and not a fucking fighting villains camp, and he actually wants to chill with his classmates just for once, even though he is like a little bit of a battle junkie. And so what he does is literally, he like picks up Koda, and he tells us he's 100% powered shark to just eat him up. Okay, so what the shark does is literally it hits him with its body. Bro fucking falls off the cliff. He does not die obviously, but he's like very injured. He climbs back up, and then that's when the shark just literally bites the top half of his body, literally half swallowing him. He still is alive, obviously, and then like he brings them to Aizawa, like literally right next to Aizawa. Like the shark is by itself, by the way. And here, like Izuku brings Koda to the other cat girl, a hero, which is like his aunt or something. I don't fucking remember. He does that. He brings Muscular to Aizawa. Aizawa activates his power, and they kind of find a way somehow to like knock out Muscular, because they can't really be having him awake really, and Aizawa can't really continuously be using his power on Muscular. And so what they do to knock him out is literally just the shark continuously fucking punching him, or like brute forcing, or like body slamming. Yeah, body slamming is the correct word. The shark continuously body slams the fucking Muscular with its own body. And so after like a little while, Muscular is completely knocked out. Not dead, obviously. I don't want to kill Muscular. Now let's just go to Izuku's POV. After Izuku left Koda with his aunt, basically, he is ambushed by a person. And that person is a Momotaro, actually. It's one of the people that were in the room with when Izuku was experimented on, actually. And it was one of the bodyguards, you could say, one of the strong people there. And that person has actually gotten way stronger, and he says to Izuku, well, we finally found you. And Izuku just tells him, well, are you alone, like, or do you have like company? And he tells him, well, I don't think we're gonna need any more than me. And Izuku tells him, oh, okay, fine, like you can try me, I guess, but you're going to lose. And so what happens is Izuku just completely demolishes the dude, and because of that, All For One has to step in to stop Izuku from killing him, and actually uses his quark, like his warp gate quark, like a copy of it, or like a shitty version of it, his like silvery warp goo thingy, to actually summon 100 fucking more Momotaro, because they had a contract that All For One would actually find where Izuku would be, and they would actually give him specimens to experiment on, and actually give him some overpowered quarks as well. Now obviously All For One accepted, because that's like free money basically, or free infinity, or free power, I guess. I don't know why I said free infinity. And so 100 fucking Momotaro appear, and they're trying to gang up on Izuku, okay? They're trying to Jujutsu Kaisen him. Now they're kinda winning. Like Izuku is forced to use like 100% shark, actually maybe even splitting it in two parts, 50-50, to like handle all the 100 at the same time, but they're literally fucking overpowering him. And because of fucking that, Izuku has to do it.
Blood Eclipse release! Megalodon!
And yes, he has finally been able, after all the fucking training he has been doing, he has been able to fucking basically master it. Like it obviously takes a whole lot more fucking energy to use, but he has been able to actually activate it for like 2 minutes almost. His shark basically controls all the water. All the water that's surrounding them, or like
a whole fucking lot of it, because they're like close to a lake probably. A whole fucking lot of it literally floats towards the shark, its size increasing to like 50 times what it was originally, and everyone is fucking shitting their fucking pants. They're all fucking screaming, how could this be? How could he be so fucking strong? He might even be stronger than Kishin. And I'm pretty sure that's his name, but that's like the original demon, by the way. Now, with Izuku having like used his blood eclipse release Megalodon, which is basically his max power, using Kishin's son, or like his water-based powers that he got from Kishin, like being the direct son of, or descendant of Kishin. He's able to demolish every single one of them. And Dabi and Twice and everyone who was supposed to be there, they're there obviously, they literally get fucking drenched in water so much that they're not able to fucking do anything about it. They are literally captured by fucking water. Like the shark is able to control the water, turning it into like blood-ish colors. It's like a light red, which basically means like a fucking pink almost, which means it's like infected with a little bit of Izuku's blood to make it way stronger, which just literally makes a sphere around their bodies, leaving the head like over the sphere, obviously, because they have to breathe. And they're literally captured that way, with Izuku like controlling the spheres, like literally picking every single one up with his mind and controlling it, bringing it towards himself, and just literally punching every single one of them because they're fucking villains. Now, they are knocked out from the sphere more than the damage, really. And so Izuku is told by Aizawa and everyone who was there, every hero and shit, to just like bring them to the police for them to go to Tartarus or just prison overall. Now, they do that, and that takes like multiple hours, which means the villains do wake up and they literally fucking they get knocked out almost instantly after seeing that the shark is still there, even though the shark has deactivated its like megalodon form. It's like way smaller, it's like normal sized almost. It's like a 40% size shark by now. And so with Izuku's help, like obviously the Megalodon powers are still there. He can still control the blood water thingy without having to use Megalodon form. Completely, at least. He has to activate it with Megalodon. He can deactivate Megalodon and still control the water, or like the water as he did with Megalodon form. Now, all the villains are captured. Momotaro agency motherfuckers are brought to whom? Who? Probably Nezu. Let's say Nezu. And Shield and Hisashi are called, okay? And so those 101 people that were with the Momotaro agency are literally captured at the basement of UA, okay? Izuku like literally let them there because, okay, sorry, like I wasn't that clear. I kind of went away from the mic, so I should just stay like this. So Izuku literally has them in the basement, you could say, of UA, with Shield and Hisashi being there. And Hisashi just tells them, I want you to tell the boss something, okay? I would rather be on the side of a demon than a monster. And so literally one of them is released and they go back to the Momotaro agency, and the only thing they can do now is like either die or just stop hunting down Izuku. And so they just decide, for now at least, to just stop hunting down Izuku, because that's literally all they can do. Because if they continue hunting down Izuku, they're just gonna have a worse and worse time, because they're probably gonna, all their forces are gonna die from Izuku's hands, because Izuku is still kind of bloodlusted sometimes. I mean, his power is fucking blood based, so he would like be a little bit obsessed with blood, so you would kind of want to kill sometimes only. Now let's just cover two things real quick. All for One has been captured along with all the Momotaro people and every villain that was there, which means All for One and One for All, the One for All users and All for One, which basically what I'm trying to say, All Might and All for One have a talk, and like All for One trying to be slick, but he's not, okay? Secondly, what happens to Overhaul and Eri? Now, I would say he would still go with
Mirio and Sir Night-Eye, and he would instantly, no hesitation, kill Overhaul on the spot. Damn, my voice is cracking too much. I've been recording for 1 hour straight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He just instantly kills Overhaul on the spot. And he just lets his shark eat the person for the first time, okay? His shark eats him. And his power just significantly increases. Because like he just ate the fucking blood of a very powerful person, which increased his strength by 10%, let's say. Now, Eri was instantly saved with her being able to like slowly become a normal child again, not being traumatized and hurt by Overhaul. And everyone from Class 1A, Class 1B, and basically the whole school is embracing her and just trying to help her become normal again, become happy. And I feel like that's gonna be the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider leaving a like. I don't fucking know how the fuck I did this. This was straight off the dome, almost no thinking about it. Obviously I did have like 30 minutes to think about the first part, since I was walking home for like 30 minutes almost. But then like everything past that until like the final parts, I didn't have any thought about it, just fucking start spitting. Some ideas I did get from Toby, so thanks Toby, I guess. And thanks Toby for the fucking render, yeah, the render. Insanely goated, and it does fucking help a whole lot with the visual representation of Izuku. Yeah, if you have a what if idea, write it down in the comments, or just join my Discord server in the description and give me the idea right in there. And obviously in the server, as you've heard from the intro, it's mine and Toby's server. So if you wanna like give Toby a what if idea, you can just do it in there. Damn, this video fucking came out so good. I'm pretty sure it might just be one of my best videos, since it is over 2 hours and 20 minutes long. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like and also subscribing. Now with that said, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, Justo M, out.